When do you think that you should know what you want to do in life? I'm in middle school and people around me and my family want to know what I'm going to do. I'd say like somewhere around like 30 to 35, you want to start to have like an idea of what you want to do. And like, I think by 40, you should be like pretty set in your career. So, fuck everybody that thinks that for you because you have so much time to decide, dude. Just explore and have fun with your life and like meet friends and be social and learn everything you can. Don't worry about any of that stress shit. You're not going to care about it in 15 years. Also, watching this stream and also being in middle school is fucking awesome, bro. That's super cool. If you keep watching this stream, you're gonna become like a CEO or some shit. That's like one of Ethan's favorite quotes, isn't it? People underestimate what they can do in 10 years and overestimate what they can do in 1 year. Like, I love your content. It's so insightful. That's awesome, dude. You seem like a really cool person. I'm glad you found the stream. Here. You have so much time, dude. Like, I am super excited for your life and where you're already at. What it means is that like a lot of people like they think so every period of your life, you always think your life is over, right? Like when you're in high school, it's like high school is going to be the end of you. And like when you're in college, like oh man, this actually I'm going to tell a story from my dad. My dad was I don't talk about my dad that often, but I have an enormous amount of respect for my dad. My dad told me something that was so cool once. So he was graduating from or sorry, no, he wasn't graduating. He was on his first day at UC Berkeley, and he was it was like the intro orientation keynote speaker, and the keynote speaker was like, okay, here's the deal. When you were kids, you bullshitted your parents and you got away with that. And when you were in elementary school, you bullshitted it, and then you couldn't believe that you got away with that. And then once you got into high school, you bullshitted that and you got away with it. And now that you're at UC Berkeley, like your first day here, this is where the bullshit stops. Like now it's over. You got to get to work. And everybody like was silent. And then he's like, but don't worry. You'll bullshit your way through UC Berkeley too. Like that's the lesson, right? Is like it's like no matter what, you'll get there. Like it's like the number of people that like even in like at a high level or whatever, they just don't know what they're doing. You know, like we're all just kind of going through life trying to figure it out step by step. And whatever period of life you're at right now, which is like okay, like this is like college, this is like the hardest thing, or this is middle school, this is like the hardest thing, or this is high school, this is the hardest thing. If you just span out and realize like how long you actually likely have, right? Like you have so much time. I feel like at some level I'm pretty old, but I know that like I'm so excited for like my 50s, and I'm so excited for like my 40s and my 30s, right? Like I know that I'm going to explore so much and learn so many skills, and like I'll have so much knowledge, and I'll have so much that I haven't learned. I'll be able to try so many different hobbies, and I'll be able to like this is like the time of my life where I'm just like grinding, right? But like in my 50s and like my 60s and whatever, I'll be exploring. Like I'll be looking at the world. I'll be with like someone that I really love, like hopefully my girlfriend. Like I'll be with I'll be going around like checking stuff out. Like I'll be learning new things. I'll be looking at art. I'll be meditating. I'll be like learning new skills. I'll be teaching. Like there's so much time. 10 years is actually so much time that you like, it's an unbelievable amount of time. Yeah, like, man, it's just awesome. You'll be playing Eve 18 hours a day. Nobody knows. Hopefully. Nice save. No, really, like, I'm investing a lot of time right now in like grinding super hard. This is what my family did, right? Like my dad worked super hard through like his 40s. And then once he got to like 40-ish, he started like really spending a lot more time with his SO, with his wife, and then like his family. And they started like traveling the world and doing cool shit. And like that's like the model that I want to follow too. Like basically I'm gonna like grind super hard, and then at like a little bit later in my life, I'm gonna go hard on like the IRL streamer mode, boys. Picking up the gun run backpack, and I'm walking around the world. Play Eve 18 hours a day. I wish. I'd be the next Jake and Bake with the Asian girlfriend. Yeah, exactly. My parents want me to be a doctor because my family had a history with cancer, so they want me to be one. Help people find business much more interesting, but I don't know where to really go for it. Actually, literally just wait. Like the decision, it feels right now like you have pressure to be a doctor or whatever. Dude, like think about the time investment that you're going to have to make to be a doctor, right? Okay, so you're in middle school right now. So I don't even know what age that is. Let's say it's like 15. So then 5 years from now, you won't even be in college. 5 years from now, you'll be in college. So a minimum of 8 years to go to medical school, right? And then, or 6 years. And then you, so like you literally have 20 fucking years before you have to decide if you're going to be a doctor or whatever, right? Like you actually have so much time. That's so ridiculous. Dude, you do just literally like the absolute best advice anybody is ever going to give you. Don't stress at all about what your parents think, because it literally doesn't matter. When you're 18, you do whatever the fuck you want to do. And then like in the meantime, you could actually just explore things that you're really passionate about. Like you're 14 right now. 2 years from now, I started my first business. 2 years from where you're at right now, I started my first business selling books online under my parents' roof. And like, you can be that. You can do that. All you need to do is try things. Like your whole future is ahead of you. It's so exciting. It's like, I'm so pumped for you. Really. Like, I'm so excited. You have the ability to make your life amazing going forward. The business people at hospitals earn more than doctors. That's actually 100% true. Guys, if you're below, I don't know how many of you are like would watch the stream. I would guess like a smaller amount, but like if you're below 18, dude, like I know it feels like the weight of the world is on you right now. And it's like, man, I fucked everything up. Like, how can I fuck? Even if you're below 30, seriously, if you're below 30, 30 is not old. 30 is not old. I'm not memeing. It's nothing, dude. Like, even if you feel like everything is like collapsing around you, you have so much time. Even if you're 30 years old, you can literally reverse everything and start an entirely new life. You can go from like, okay, like I fucked up, I did too many drugs, like I don't have a job and I have no work experience, that I fucked up and I didn't go to college. You go from that to like a multi-millionaire, billionaire person in that amount of time. Like there are many people that have done it. It's like, or whatever the hell you want, right? More importantly, like the thing is like you can be happy. You can be happy. Like you like happiness is still out there for you. You can find it. I promise you. Guys, like, fuck, this is the one part that I really wish that my age was not a meme. So I do hide my age because it's kind of like a fun thing to do. But the real reason also is because I don't want people to judge me. I don't want people to make like an arbitrary judgment like based on my age, based on like my I should be championed or ridiculed for my expertise, my qualifications, and nothing else, right? But let's say that what I'll tell you is this, okay, to give you like some encouragement. I was very old before I got my shit together. I played so many video games. You're really mature for a 19-year-old. Thanks, dude. Like, it would blow your fucking mind. I'm talking 5,000 plus hours on Dota 1, like at least 10,000 hours on EverQuest 1, at least 5,000 hours on... So like Malcolm Gladwell says that 10,000 hours is what it takes to be an absolute master at something, like the best chef in the world. 10,000 focused hours. I had at least 10,000 focused hours on Eve. Plan to do a lot more. I had at least 10,000 focused hours on EverQuest. At least 10,000 focused hours on Dark Age of Camelot. And then that doesn't include the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of like thousands of hours of Civilization and strategy games. Of like everything, okay? I spent all that time. I'm still right now today. I really got started in my life like 5 years ago. Like I really got started in my life. That's when I like really turned it on. I was like, okay, like I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna like start businesses. I'm gonna do this shit, guys. I'm still one of the absolute best people in my industry. I'm probably one of the most knowledgeable people in what I cover, straight up, right? I don't think anybody would debate that. It's not because I'm exceptional. It's not because I'm super smart. I just decided to stop jerking off recently, and that's still relative. I went home and I played Eve till 3 a.m. last night, and I had a fucking great time. I loved it. My girlfriend took a nap. I had some dinner. She got up. It was great to see her. That was that. Like then, like I chilled and played Eve. Like it was glorious. I went to bed. I woke up at like fucking 10:30 and wandered over here and started my stream. Okay, it was fantastic. I'm super happy. I'm down. You know, like I'm still one of the most professional people in my industry. Because I just try a little bit. The amount of work that you really have to do to push yourself to like the top level is not as much as you would think. It's like you have to like the time that you do spend working, just focus a lot. You think it's possible to make 1 million a year from nothing? Yeah, I know people that did it, but you don't need to. You don't need to do anything close to that to like actually achieve happiness. Do you have an Eve Corp that subs can join? Fuck no, sorry. I would never run an Eve Corp. That would be a real life job. Nobody knows what corporation I'm in, Eve. I don't really advertise it. The reason why this works is because there's this metric, there's a self-improvement metric called like the 1% rule that I like to use. So like the way that we want to think about things is like, okay, I weigh like 200 pounds now or 250 pounds or whatever, and I want to weigh 150 pounds. So because I lost 1 pound, I'm not even on the way. But the 1% rule is like if I teach you anything about self-improvement, you should remember this, okay? You only need to make incremental changes in your life to have exponential results. Here's why. Let's say that you set out to just get yourself 1% better in some way. So it's like, okay, I'm going to make sure I brush my teeth today. Next day, I'm going to make sure I take out the trash. I'm going to clean a little bit of my room. I'm going to go on a walk for like a couple of minutes. I'm going to meditate for 5 minutes. I'm going to read 10 pages of a book. I'm just going to make myself 1% better per day. And you set out that is your only KPI, your only objective, to make yourself 1% better at the end of the day. By what percentage will you have increased as a human being by the end of the year? So some people might say that it's 365%, but it's not. This is why. Every cumulative success that you have builds on the success that you built before. So you're not 365% ahead at the end of the year. You're thousands of percent ahead at the end of the year because you've cumulatively built on your success by doing small things. And that has built up into opportunities. That's built up into exponential return. That's built up into exponential results. So you actually focusing on being that 1% better actually makes you way, way better over time. And this is how everything in life works, right? It works in terms of compound interest, where if you're investing 1% per day and your money is increasing, you're not growing your investment by 1%. You're growing your investment by thousands of percent. And this is how people become insanely successful. This is why billionaires exist, right? This is like people that become super successful are just increasing their results, right? Gradually over time. And this is what you need to think about if you want to improve your life. You don't need to do some like big galaxy brain change or something like that. all you need to do is improve yourself a little bit every single day. And by doing that, you're going to have exponential results before you even know it.
Walk, little walk, small talk, big thoughts. Gonna tell them all just what I want. That street, 2 streets, I see you and me hanging on the empty swings.